A man who changed his face to a tiger. Dennis Avner was an ex-US Navy veteran who transformed himself through a variety of body modifications. His goal was to look as close to a cat as possible after a Native American chief told him to follow the ways of the tiger. He looked cat and follow dark life. Dennis Avner, also known as Stalking Cat, was computer programmer who underwent a series of plastic surgery operations in his bid to transform into a big cat. In interview, he said he had Native American heritage and that respect for the old ways was passed down to him from a Huron medicine man. He said that, "I am Huron and following a very old tradition have transformed myself into a tiger." Dennis also told interviewers that he was altering his physical appearance in accordance with what he believed was an ancient Wyandot tradition after a chief told him to follow the ways of the tiger. "I've been a cat my entire life. I always related to cats. I always had a close relationship with cats," he explained in an interview with Only Human. With the use of treatments like the splitting of his upper lip, pointy ears, cheek and forehead implants, tooth sharpening, he morphed into animal. Additionally, he got piercings to which he could attach whiskers, grew his fingernails to look like claws and had silicone injections in his lips, cheeks, and chin. Dennis also enjoyed eating raw meat and climbing trees, saying, "Being a tiger is more important to me than humanity." Dennis eventually gained worldwide fame after he won the title of the most permanent transformations to look like an animal in the Guinness Book of World Records. He was then featured on Ripley's Believe It or Not. His extensive body work won him many admirers. The director of Albany Medical College said that, "This is a patient who's being harmed by medicine in the interest of his tradition," he said. The newspaper adds that other doctors had expressed concern that Dennis may have suffered from a form of body dysmorphic disorder. Sadly, Dennis was found dead at 54 in his Nevada home. A blog post by his friend Shannon Larrett, editor and publisher, said the 54-year-old had taken his own life. He transformed himself not into a tiger, but a female tiger, exploring the gender line as much as the species line, Shannon wrote. The another ugliest person who make fears and green tattooed with large holes is Megan. Eric Sprague aka the Lizard Man is comfortable in his own skin and scale. With a fork in his tongue and corkscrew in his head, Eric Sprague loves being a lizard. To be a freak is to embrace what makes you different. I celebrate difference in people. Eric Sprague is explaining his decision over 20 years ago to turn him into a green-scaled, fork-tongued lizard man. Sprague's body modifications took years and involved over 700 hours of tattooing for his full-body tattoo, a surgically bifurcated tongue, filed teeth and implants his eyebrows. But since his transformation, he's built a career on his reptilian skin, touring as a freak show performer specializing in sideshow acts like suspending weights from his body piercings, sword swallowing and, why not, pushing a giant corkscrew through his head. Sprague didn't follow the path that many body modifiers take, getting one tattoo and becoming hooked. I went from being completely blank to discovering those things as a medium and wanting to use them as an artist, he says. But I did spend nearly 4 years thinking about it before I started. There's no real easy way to explain why I did it, he says. I can simply say because I wanted to, but I understand why that's difficult for people because it's hard for them to grasp doing something like this. But I say, if it doesn't hurt anyone else, then just respect the choice.